Stop. Do not scroll past this message. Look at me right now. This is a direct call from heaven. Lift your eyes to my face. I need your absolute attention for the next few minutes. The noise of the world is loud, but my voice is louder. If you rush away now, you will miss a divine blessing. And every single day that you have spent wandering in circles, this urgent warning has been fighting through the darkness to reach your heavy soul. Breathe deeply and stay right here. Do not let your fingers move across the screen. Your spirit guided your steps to this exact video. Heaven aligned time itself so that you would hear my voice today. This is an intentional appointment. You have been running through a sea of chaos lately, and in this exact second, I have stepped into your atmosphere to halt your steps because your soul desperately needs this truth. Can you give me just a few moments of your time? The world always tells you to hurry. The world constantly demands your anxious attention and your endless rushing, but I am telling you to be still right now. Just give me a small fraction of your busy day, and I promise that your weary heart will not regret staying here with me until the end. Something holy is happening in this space. The adversary is terrified of what I am about to release over your life today. He has been trying to drown out my words with fear. He has filled your mind with loud thoughts of doubt and worry. And he wants nothing more than for you to push past this moment and look for another distraction to keep your spirit asleep in the darkness. But you must wake up. You must realize that this intersection was engineered by my hands. You are chosen to see this text today. This is pure divine orchestration. I have watched you search for answers in dark places. I have watched you look for comfort in things that only leave you empty. And today, I am shutting down the noise of the world so that you can hear the call of your Creator speaking directly to your heart. Pick up this call immediately. Do not hesitate. Do you realize what just happened the exact second your eyes found these words? The fabric of time itself bent to bring your soul to this place. You did not stumble across this message by chance. I guided your path. I knew your spirit was reaching its breaking point, and I chose this precise moment to intervene because the window for your breakthrough is wide open right now and cannot be closed by any man. Listen to me. If you close this video now, you are turning your back on an open door. You are walking away from the very answer you have been crying for. The enemy wants you to believe that this is just another random video on your screen. He wants you to remain blind to the spiritual warfare that is surrounding your life and threatening to steal your peace. But I am tearing away the veil from your eyes today. Look at me. Pause where you are. Let your racing thoughts slow down. I am trying to rescue you from a cycle that has drained your life for far too long. You have spent too many days walking in circles and wondering if anyone sees your pain or hears your broken cries in the middle of the night. I see it. I have always seen it. And I am stopping you right now because the season of your silent wandering is coming to an end. Give me your undivided attention. Do not let your mind wander to your long list of chores or your heavy debts. Put down your worries for just a few minutes. I am building a fortress of peace around your mind in this very second. The heavy atmosphere that has been pressing down on your chest is starting to lift because my presence is here to shield you from the storm. Stay with me until the very end. I promise that every second you spend listening to my voice will be rewarded with clarity. You have been living in a thick fog of uncertainty lately. You do not know which way to turn. You do not know who to trust anymore. Every step forward feels like an exhausting battle against an invisible wall that keeps you trapped in the same painful patterns. But today, I am handing you the keys to break through that wall. Why have I been trying to reach you so urgently? Why did I have to disrupt your daily routine and capture your eyes? Because a great danger was waiting for you in the shadows of your distraction to pull you back into the valley of despair. The enemy wanted to slip an old temptation back into your heart while you were not looking. He wanted to steal the peace that you worked so hard to rebuild over the past year. But I said no. I declared that your soul is mine. I authorized a divine interruption to pull you out of the trap before it could snap shut on your destiny. You are too precious to be left to the wolves of anxiety and fear. You are my chosen child. And a father will always run to his child when he hears a silent scream of distress in the deep darkness of the night. Do you feel that strange sensation in your chest right now? That is not confusion or random nervousness. That is your spirit recognizing the voice of its maker. Your heart knows that these words are true. Your soul has been thirsting for this connection for weeks. You have felt a quiet restlessness that no earthly entertainment could satisfy because your spirit was waiting for this exact call from the heavens. I am calling you out of the shadows. I am calling you away from the crowd that does not understand your value. The people around you look at your outward appearance and they make shallow assumptions about your strength without knowing the battles you fight. They think you are perfectly fine because you always carry a smile for them. They think you have no burdens because you never complain out loud. But they do not know the real you. They do not see the silent survivor who sits on the edge of the bed when the house is completely quiet and the tears begin to fall. They do not know the depth of the exhaustion that has settled into your very bones over the last few months. But I know your name. I know every secret thought that you are afraid to voice. Let us step away from the rush of the world together. Come closer to me. Let the urgency of this warning soften into a heavy blanket of love. I did not stop you to scold you. I did not disrupt your day to judge your past mistakes or make you feel guilty about the times you lost your faith. I intercepted your path because I love you with an everlasting love that will never let you go. You have arrived at a holy intersection today. The road you were walking on was leading you straight into a desert of complete burnout and isolation from the people who care about you. You were trying to heal your own heart with your own fading strength. You were trying to solve problems that were never meant for your human mind to carry alone, but your human strength has run dry. And that is exactly why I am here. My power is made perfect in your weakness. When you reach the end of your own rope, that is where my sovereign hand begins to pull you up into a place of safety. Do not look away from this light. Do not let the digital world pull you back into its mindless scrolling. This is the moment your restoration begins. Listen closely to what follows. Do you remember the prayers you whispered last night when you thought no one was listening? You sat in the dark and you asked me for a sign. You asked me if I still cared about your life. You wondered if your desperate cries were just bouncing off the cold ceiling and vanishing into the empty nothingness of the night. And today, I am answering those hidden prayers with this exact message. This video is the proof that your words reached my throne. I did not ignore your tears. I did not turn my face away from your broken heart. Every single tear you shed was counted and held in my hands. I have been orchestrating this meeting for days because I cannot let you walk into another hidden trap of heavy despair. This is your wake-up call. The enemy wants to convince you that you are entirely alone in this battle. He whispers lies into your ears when you are tired. He tells you that your future is completely hopeless and that things will never change for the better no matter how hard you pray. He wants you to believe that you are a failure who has missed your chance at happiness. But I am here to expose those lies today. You are not a failure. You are my beautiful masterpiece. The trials you have faced were not punishments. They were the intense fire that refined your spirit for a much greater glory that the world cannot understand. I have a massive plan for your life that is about to unfold, but you must be awake and ready to receive it. You must listen to my voice right now. You have stopped at the exact right time. Now, let me tell you about what I witnessed when you were all alone in that closed room. The urgency of stopping you was so I could hold your heart for a moment. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired. Breathe. Walk with me into the next chapter of this holy truth. Come closer to me, my beloved child. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired, now that you have paused your busy life. Let me tell you what I see when I look deep into your heart. You have been carrying a heavy weight for a long time, and every single day that passes by, you pretend that everything is perfectly fine while your fragile spirit is silently breaking inside the darkness. You smile for them. You hide the pain. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed last night. I watched you stare into the dark room because your mind would not stop racing. You felt so completely alone in that quiet moment. And while the rest of the world was sleeping soundly, you were fighting a massive battle in your thoughts without a single person to help you push through. Your chest felt heavy, your body was exhausted. I saw you when you walked into the bathroom and turned on the faucet. You wanted the sound of the running water to cover the sound of your crying. You did not want anyone in the house to hear your broken pieces. You pressed your face into a soft towel so your tears would remain completely hidden from the people who depend on your daily strength. You felt so small. You felt so unvalued. I saw you when you forced yourself to get up this morning. Your eyelids were heavy from a lack of rest. Your muscles were aching from the pure stress of survival. And before you even opened your eyes, the familiar weight of anxiety was already sitting on your chest like a block of cold stone. You took a deep breath. You stepped onto the cold floor. You put on your mask. You have become an expert at wearing that mask. You walk through your day as a silent survivor. Everyone around you thinks you are perfectly stable because you never let them see the deep terror or the trembling hands. They come to you for advice. They lean on your shoulders for comfort. And they never stop to ask how you are doing because your fake smile convinces them that you have no problems. I saw you when you stood in the middle of a crowded room today. You were surrounded by laughter and loud noise, but beneath the surface, you felt like the most isolated person on the planet. You wondered if anyone could see through your cheerful eyes and notice the absolute exhaustion that is draining your spirit. No one noticed your quiet pain. No one saw your true condition. But I saw you. I have always seen you. I saw you when you poured out the fullness of your sincere love into cold hands that did not know how to hold your precious heart. You gave your time. You gave your energy. And you came home at the end of the day with completely empty hands and a heart that felt deeply neglected by everyone. I saw you when you looked at your bank account and felt a sharp pain of absolute panic in your stomach. The bills are piling up, the debts are growing heavier, and you do not see any natural way out of this heavy financial trap that keeps you awake during the late hours of the night. You feel like you are drowning in obligations. You feel like a complete failure. Let us talk about that deep tiredness in your soul. It is not a tiredness that can be cured by sleep. It is a profound exhaustion that comes from fighting invisible spiritual battles for many years without receiving any modern relief. You have been standing on the front lines of a long war. You have defended everyone else, but your own armor is cracked. Your spirit is bleeding. I saw you when you whispered your final prayer of desperation. You told me that you could not go any further on your own strength. You asked me why I was allowing this constant suffering to consume your life. You sat in the quiet dark and wondered if you did something wrong to deserve this heavy punishment from the heavens above. You felt like you were abandoned in a wilderness. You questioned your own worth. My child, listen to the whisper of your Father right now. You have done nothing wrong. The trials you are facing are not a sign of my anger or my rejection. I know your flesh is weak, and your thoughts are completely overwhelmed by the constant pressure of this broken world. I am looking at your beautiful heart. You refuse to completely give up. I see how hard you try to remain faithful in the dark. I see the small steps of obedience that no human eye on this earth will ever witness or celebrate with you. I watch you read my words when your mind is foggy. I hear you utter my name when your throat is dry from crying. Those tiny moments of faith are incredibly precious in my house. They are worth more than gold. Let this truth settle into your soul like a warm blanket. You do not have to fight this battle alone anymore. Like this video right now is a sacred act of silent agreement between your tired heart and my eternal presence. This simple action is a witness in the spiritual realm. You are ready to let go of your self-reliance. You are choosing to stand with your Creator today. I know you feel an intense pressure in your chest whenever you begin to think about your highly uncertain future. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your mind races through 100 bad scenarios that might never happen. This physical anxiety is a clever trap from the enemy to steal your present moment away from my peace. He wants to paralyze your steps. He wants to keep you from seeing the path. But look at my face right now. I am the God who created your beating heart. I am the one who counted every single hair on your head before you were even born into this world. Do you think I would bring you this far just to watch you break? Do you truly believe that I would guide your spirit to this holy message just to leave you helpless in the hands of the enemy? Absolutely not. I saw you when you were rejected by the people you trusted most. The sting of their betrayal felt like a sharp knife in your back. You wondered why your pure intentions were met with such cruelty and cold indifference. You started to build high walls around your heart because you wanted to protect yourself from future emotional harm. You became guarded. You became fearful of letting anyone inside. But hear my soft voice breaking through that lie today. You are not flawed. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. The people who rejected your presence simply did not have the spiritual capacity to recognize the holy light inside your beautiful soul. They treated you cheaply because they could not understand your value. I am healing those deep wounds right now. I saw you when you spent many hours trying to solve a complicated problem that was entirely out of your human control. You paced around your room. You made endless plans. You tried to force a closed door to open with your own empty strength. And at the end of the day, you felt even more exhausted and defeated than you did before the struggle began. You must stop this exhausting cycle of human engineering. Your human hands were never designed to carry the heavy weight of this world. Your human mind was never meant to figure out every single step of your grand destiny before it actually happens. When you try to control everything, you only invite panic and confusion into your atmosphere. You push away the quiet peace that I am trying to pour into your heart. Breathe deeply right now. Let your muscles relax. I am taking the wheel of your life in this very second. I have witnessed your secret exhaustion for far too long. You have been the strong one for everyone else for so many years. And because you always carry the burdens of your loved ones, you have forgotten how to rest in my presence. But today, I am giving you official permission to be weak. You can let go. Let the tears flow if they need to fall. Do not hold back your vulnerability from your Creator. I am not a distant judge who is disgusted by your sudden weakness or your broken cries during the night. I am your loving Father, and I am sitting right next to you in this exact moment to absorb your heavy pain into my own hands. Your silent survival is over, your healing is beginning. But do not call that long season of delay a failure. Do not look at your scars and believe that your life has been completely wasted. Let me reveal the grand truth behind those heavy years of waiting and painful silence. What you perceived as a cold abandonment from the heavens was actually my ultimate and loving protection over your destiny. Let me show you what was happening in the unseen realm while you were crying in the dark. You thought you were walking completely alone. You felt abandoned by heaven. The silence was painful. But I want you to know that I was standing right beside you in the deepest shadows of your trial when the entire world turned its back on your sudden pain. I never left your side for a single second. I watched you stumble. I saw you stand up. When you were crying on the cold floor of your bedroom, I was holding you in my arms. When you felt the sharp sting of human rejection, I was shielding your fragile spirit from a mortal wound. You could not see my hands because the darkness was too thick. But my presence was always there. It was wrapping around your tired soul like a shield. Let me tell you a deep secret about a young man from the ancient scriptures. I placed a massive dream inside his pure heart when he was just a young boy. He was completely faithful to my voice. He was pure in his daily intentions. And yet, I allowed his very own brothers to betray his love and throw his body into a deep pit. He sat in the complete silence of that dark cistern and he wept bitter tears. He asked the empty air why his loving Father had permitted such an absolute atrocity to happen to his life. He wondered if he had done something wrong to deserve such sudden isolation. He felt forgotten by his family, and he felt rejected by heaven. But I was present. I was watching over that dark pit with an intense focus. I was not punishing that young man. I was actually protecting him from a greater danger that was waiting to destroy his character in his hometown. The betrayal of his brothers was a highly painful tool, but it was the only way to move his steps toward his palace. He was sold into a foreign land as a common slave. He was falsely accused by an evil woman who wanted to ruin his reputation. He was thrown into a cold dungeon for many long years. It looked like his entire life was completely ruined. It looked like the grand dream I gave him had expired in the dark, but I was there. Every single day he spent in that dark prison, I was training his hands for future rule. I was shaping his mind through hardship. I was teaching him how to manage an empire while he was only managing a small cell. He did not see the lesson while he was weeping, but he remained faithful to me in the middle of his pain. 13 long years passed by in absolute silence. He had to wait for my timing. He had to endure the terrible smell of the dungeon and the sting of iron chains around his bare ankles. He had to watch other people move forward in life while his own destiny was completely standing still in a thick fog of confusion. He had to trust a promise that looked totally dead to the human eye. And then, in a single hour, the heavy prison doors flew open by my supreme command. I summoned his tired body to stand before the great king of Egypt. I gave him the divine wisdom to solve a massive economic crisis that threatened the entire world. In less than 24 hours, the forgotten prisoner became the prime minister of the most powerful nation on the planet. His long trial was over. His detractors were forced to bow before the authority I gave him. My beloved child, hear my voice today. The pit you are sitting in right now is not your grave. It is your holy preparation room. I'm using this difficult season of your life to build beneath the surface what no earthly success could ever prepare you for. You look at your current financial limitations and you feel a deep despair. You think you are trapped in a tight cage that will never open for your life. But I am telling you today that your prison sentence has a divine expiration date. I am the one who holds the ultimate key to your release. I did not drop your destiny. I did not forget the grand promises I spoke over your life when you were a child. I am simply keeping your spirit hidden in this secret place. I must keep you hidden until the precise time of your public elevation arrives. Do you see the parallel between his ancient story and your current life? You have been thrown into a deep pit of absolute isolation by your circumstances. You have been betrayed by close people who were supposed to protect your heart from harm. You have been falsely accused by negative voices that wanted to see you fail. You have spent many months wondering if I still hear your prayers. I hear every single word. I notice every quiet sigh that escapes your wet lips when you are driving your car or cleaning your house. You think my silence means indifference, but my silence actually means that I am working with an absolute precision on your behalf behind the scenes of this broken world. Trust the holy process. I was there when your heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces last year. I stood right next to your bed when you had to say goodbye to a bright future. I did not let you fall into total destruction because my sovereign hand was holding the net beneath your shaking feet. You are still standing today because my grace sustained your spirit. Look at the deep scars on your soul. They are not signs of weakness. They are the official medals of a secret warrior who survived. You have endured an intense fire that would have completely melted anyone else. You are still here, your heart is still beating, your faith is still alive, even if it feels very small right now. I am incredibly proud of your endurance. I see how hard you fight to keep a pure heart among selfish people. I watch you choose kindness when you have every reason to be cruel. I know it is deeply exhausting to always be the person who gives without receiving anything in return, but your reward is coming from my house. I am preparing a massive table for your life in the very presence of your enemies. The people who look down on your financial struggle will watch you rise in absolute wonder. The loud voices that called you a failure will be silenced by the sheer magnitude of the blessing that I am about to pour into your life. You must hold on to your confidence right now. We are making a contract. If you hear my voice and you recognize that you are not walking alone, I want you to respond to me. Comment Amen under this message right now. This is not a random action for an algorithm. This is a visible witness in the spiritual realm that you are choosing to trust my hand over your fear. By writing that single word, you are anchoring your soul to my eternal promise. You are declaring to the enemy that he no longer has any authority over your thoughts. You are opening your heart to receive the heavy downpour of peace that I am releasing into your atmosphere in this exact second. Let it be your seal. And now, my chosen child, I need you to sit up and hear what I am about to declare over your life. We are moving away from the soft whisper of the valley. We are climbing toward the high mountain of your victory. I have held you in my arms through the deepest darkness of your pain. Now let me show you the path. You have heard me whisper peace over your open wounds for many months. Now you must hear me speak with the absolute authority of a king who is about to alter your reality. The season of your preparation in the wilderness is officially drawing to a close. The time of your hiding is complete. I am bringing you out. Do not look back at the pit with regret or anger. Do not waste your limited energy hating the brothers who threw you into the darkness or the guards who locked you in the cell. They were merely actors in a grand play that I engineered for your ultimate elevation. What they intended for your destruction, I am turning into deliverance. Breathe deeply once again. Let the truth of my constant presence wash away the last remnants of your deep fatigue. You are a holy vessel. You are being prepared to carry a massive weight of glory that will heal many people. Keep your eyes on my face as we step together into the light. Your story is changing. Hear me now. I am shifting your reality in this very second. You have stood in the valley of weeping for long enough. The chains that have been binding your feet are starting to tremble under my supreme authority. And today, I am speaking over your life with the power of a king who is about to reverse every single injustice you have suffered. The waiting season is officially over. Do not look at your current limitations as a permanent reality. I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a breakthrough that no human hand can obstruct. You have been fighting a long war against an invisible enemy who wanted to crush your spirit, but his time is up today. Let us reframe the trauma of your recent past. You asked me why those doors closed so violently in your face. You wept when those people walked away from your life without a single explanation, and you believed that my silence was a sign of absolute rejection. But I need you to understand the divine truth right now. Those closed doors were my absolute protection. I saw the hidden traps that the enemy had placed in those rooms to destroy your character. I knew that those people were not equipped to carry the heavy weight of your future glory, and I removed them from your path because I love you too much to let you be ruined. That strange restlessness in your chest was not panic. It was your spirit sensing a massive shift in the unseen realm before it even manifested in your physical life. Your soul was vibrating at a higher frequency because you were approaching a holy boundary. You were about to step out of the wilderness forever. Now, lift your eyes and listen to my command. I am erecting a massive wall of fire between your life and the errors of your past. The generational patterns that have trapped your family for decades are breaking right now at my voice. The fear, the financial lack, and the chronic isolation end in this exact hour. You are the chosen one who will walk out of that old cycle. You were not designed to repeat the painful mistakes of those who came before your time. I have placed a new identity upon your shoulders today. You are no longer a struggling victim who is barely surviving the heavy storms of life. I am raising you up to be a powerful light bearer for my kingdom. The exhaustion you have known has given you a rare compassion that cannot be manufactured by comfort. The secret battles you fought in the dark have given you an immense authority that the wealthy do not possess. You are ready to launch. Look at the enemies who tried to bury your name in the dirt. They thought they could silence your voice by locking you in a dark pit of isolation. They celebrated your apparent failure when everything crumbled around your feet. But they did not realize that you were a holy seed being planted in fertile soil. And today, the seed is breaking through the heavy ground. I am commanding a massive harvest of restoration to burst forth in your life right now. Every year that was stolen by the enemy will be returned to your hands with an abundant increase. You will receive double for your past shame. This is the peak of your deliverance. I am leveling down the mountains of obstacle that have blocked your view for so many years. I am shattering the heavy iron gates of financial restriction that kept you in a state of constant lack. Your debts are being dissolved by my sovereign provision today. The adversarial voices that accused your spirit are now completely silenced under my feet. They have no legal right to terrorize your thoughts with lies of unworthiness anymore. I have washed your heart clean with my ultimate grace. You are completely justified, you are fully approved, and you are deeply loved. The battle you have been fighting in total silence ends here, in this very moment. You do not have to push forward on your own failing strength anymore. The victory has already been won by my right hand on the cross, and all that remains for your spirit today is one final act of absolute obedience. I need you to enter into a holy space of deep surrender with me right now. Let us transition away from the loud thunder of my prophetic declarations. Come down into the gentle stillness of my embrace. Drop the heavy armor that you have been wearing on the battlefields of this broken world. Take a deep breath. Let your tight shoulders relax completely in this exact second. Unclench your jaw and release the massive tension that has been gripping your physical body for many weeks. You have been forcing yourself to stay strong for everyone else, but I am telling you to rest now. Close your eyes in your mind and hand the wheel of your future over to my sovereign hands. Stop trying to figure out every single detail of your financial recovery or your emotional healing. You have spent too many sleepless nights trying to engineer a solution that only I can bring to pass. Let go of the heavy control that has been suffocating your mind with endless worry. You cannot force the closed doors to open. You cannot change the minds of the people who betrayed your sincere trust. But you can trust my heart to handle them on your behalf while you rest in my presence. I am taking the full responsibility for your life from this moment forward. I will pay your heavy debts with my unexpected provision. I will heal your broken body with my restorative light. And I will rebuild your shattered relationships in accordance with my perfect timing and my infinite wisdom. Receive my heavy blanket of absolute peace over your troubled thoughts right now. Let it wrap around your soul like a warm garment in the middle of a cold winter night. The frantic noise of the enemy is fading away into the distance. His lies are losing their power over your beautiful mind. You are entering into a sacred sanctuary of divine safety. No weapon formed against your life will prosper under my watch. No economic crisis will be able to touch the abundance that I have secured for your household. You are completely covered by the shadow of my almighty wings. Listen to the soft rhythm of your breathing and recognize that my spirit is flowing through your veins. You are alive because I chose to sustain your earthly vessel for a grand purpose. You are not a random fragment of creation. You are a holy masterpiece that I have carefully sculpted through the intense fire. I am pouring out an immense blessing of deep emotional healing over your open wounds today. The sting of past rejections is being washed away by the river of my unconditional love. You no longer have to carry the heavy shame of your old mistakes because my grace has wiped your slate completely clean. Feel the lightness that is returning to your spirit in this very moment. The dark cloud of heavy depression is breaking apart to let the bright sunshine of my joy flood your soul. You are being restored. You are being renewed. Every broken piece of your heart is being fused back together by my hands. I am planting a deep seed of immovable confidence inside your mind today. You will no longer shrink yourself to fit into rooms that cannot appreciate your holy value. You will walk with a royal dignity because you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom that will never fail or fade away. Breathe in my peace. Breathe out your fear. Let the quiet stillness of this holy moment settle deep into your bones. I am your safe refuge. I am your provider, and I am your eternal Father who will never abandon your life to the storms of this world. You are fully secure in my love. Now that your spirit has been completely filled with my heavenly calm, you are ready to take the final steps of your transformation. The declaration of your victory has been made in the spiritual realm. What remains is for you to anchor this breakthrough into your physical reality so it cannot be stolen. Listen closely to what follows. The storm has passed. The heavy clouds have finally parted from your horizon. A bright ray of celestial light is shining down directly upon your life right now. You can feel the deep shift in your spirit. Remember that strange restlessness you carried inside your chest for many weeks. It was not confusion or random anxiety. It was your spirit preparing to cross a holy threshold. Your waiting is over. The waiting season is officially over. The intense transition in the unseen realm has completed its cycle. You are no longer the one who must survive alone in the dark shadows. I have torn away the old identity of the silent survivor. I am placing a magnificent mantle of victory upon your shoulders today. You are a true conqueror in my eyes. You have overcome the fire. When you walk out of this holy space, you will walk with a royal dignity. Your head will be lifted high because you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. The people who saw you weeping in the dust will now watch you walk in the fullness of my favor. They will wonder how a broken vessel could shine with such incredible beauty. My grace is your clothing. They will see the immense transformation, but they will not know the secret fire that refined your soul. They will not understand the quiet nights when I was stitching your broken heart back together with my own hands. My child, your hidden scars are now the holy proof of my ultimate faithfulness. You have been completely healed from the trauma of the past. Let us seal this massive breakthrough into your physical reality today. Do not let the enemy steal the pure peace that has filled your mind during these precious minutes. He will try to whisper the old lies of doubt when you look at your earthly problems tomorrow. But you must remain immovable in your grand new identity. You are mine. You are a cycle breaker for your family line. The heavy ceilings that restricted those who came before you have been shattered by my voice. You have stepped into a wide open field of endless abundance and divine protection. Walk forward without a single trace of fear, because my presence is your eternal shield against the darkness. The old patterns are gone. I am establishing your steps in fertile ground. You will no longer have to beg for crumbs from a selfish world. I am opening the storehouses of heaven to supply every single one of your physical needs. Your bank account will reflect my sovereign provision, while your mind rests in perfect calm. I am your true source of life. Trust my timing. Your physical body is receiving a fresh downpour of heavenly strength right now. The chronic fatigue that made your mornings feel like a heavy chore is evaporating into the light. Your mind is sharp. Your heart is light. The constant pressure behind your eyes has completely vanished because my peace has taken control of your thoughts. You can breathe easily. Your home is being filled with a quiet serenity that no human argument can disrupt. I am clearing out the heavy atmosphere of strife and confusion from your rooms. When you walk into your living space, you will feel a tangible sense of my presence resting on your furniture and your walls. The spirit of peace has taken up permanent residence. I am blessing the work of your hands from this day forward. The projects that felt blocked by invisible red tape are beginning to move smoothly. Your supervisors and your clients will look at your efforts and they will see an extraordinary excellence that cannot be denied. I am giving you favor in the sight of kings and leaders. The laughter that you lost during those long years of weeping is returning to your mouth. You will find yourself smiling not as a mask for others, but from a genuine wellspring of deep joy bubbling up inside your soul. The enemy tried to give you a spirit of heavy mourning, but I am giving you a garment of absolute praise today. Let us perform a holy ritual of agreement to lock this blessing into your life permanently. Look at the screen before you. Like this video right now as a physical anchor of your spiritual consent. This is not a simple action for a digital platform. This is a visible sign in the spiritual realm that your heart agrees with my promise. By pressing that button, you are declaring your total alignment with my word today. You are telling the adversary that his authority over your life has been permanently canceled. You are standing firm in your faith, and you are claiming the glorious future that I have engineered for your destiny. Let that action be your covenant with me. It is finished. Now, do not keep this great light hidden inside your own home. There are so many other chosen children who are still wandering in the thick darkness of despair. They are sitting on the edge of their beds tonight, and they are quietly crying out for a single ray of hope. They need to hear my voice just like you did. I am commissioning your soul to be my hands and my feet today. Share this urgent message with 3 specific souls who are secretly fighting heavy battles alone. Do not hesitate to send it to them, because they are waiting. You might be the exact answer to the desperate prayers they whispered into the dark last night. Be a blessing. When you share my light, you are fulfilling your grand destiny as a light bearer. You are pulling others out of the deep pits of isolation. You are breaking the chains of anxiety for someone who has no strength left to fight. And as you pour out my love to them, I will pour double back into your life. Your cup will overflow. Let us ensure that you stay connected to my daily guidance on this long journey ahead. Subscribe to this holy channel right now and turn on the notification bell. This is your spiritual commitment to stay in alignment with my voice every single day. I do not want your spirit to wander back into the loud noise of the world. I will use this sanctuary to speak to your heart whenever the world becomes too loud for you. I will send you fresh instructions for your next steps before you even encounter the obstacles. My voice will be your constant map through the thick fog. Do not miss a single message that your Father prepares for your soul. Stay close. Breathe in the fullness of this resolution. Look at your life through the lens of my ultimate victory. The things that looked like a tragic ending last week were merely the necessary clearing for a spectacular beginning today. I am doing a completely new thing in your atmosphere. Can you see it with your spiritual eyes? It is rising. The right people are already moving toward your life by my divine orchestration. They will love your soul purely without any hidden motives. They will support your grand dreams without any dangerous jealousy. The locked doors are swinging open wide. The dry desert is bursting into springs of fresh water. Your harvest has officially arrived. You are favored. Rest your mind in this absolute assurance. You can sleep peacefully tonight because I am staying awake to manage your future. I will watch over your children when they walk out of the door. I will protect your home from every hidden arrow of the enemy. No weapon formed against your household will prosper under my guard. You are safe. You are safe. You are protected. You are deeply loved with a love that has no beginning and no ending. The heavy guilt of yesterday has been completely washed away by my grace. You have been fully vindicated in the presence of those who wished for your destruction. You are standing on high ground. The valley is below you. Go forward with a light heart today. Do not let the small worries of the world steal the royal dignity that I have placed upon your spirit. Remember who you are at all times. You are a child of the living King. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom, and my presence will walk beside you until the end of time. Peace be unto your mind. Peace be unto your household. Receive this final blessing as a holy seal upon your life. I am with you always. I will never fail your trust, and I will never let you go. Walk in my light, my beloved child, and let your soul rejoice in my eternal faithfulness. Amen.